Hey guys, Jake here, and another long-awaited video for you. Just, I don't know what to think anymore, guys. I don't know what to do with the channel. Don't know what to think about people. Don't know what to think about what's going on in the world. You know, that's one thing about being out here, the farm, the country, spending some time by yourself. You get to think and contemplate and disseminate a lot of the information. Being retired, semi-retired, I guess. Just think about and sit back and look at what's going on in the world. And I know that many of you just live in a very small bubble in your localized area, wherever that may be, and you don't deal with what's going on in the rest of the world, which is a really big part of what affects you daily, is what goes on in the rest of the world. Many things that are beyond our control. And it's just crazy. I mean, everything about everything has gone completely insane. And I lead a pretty nominal life, I think. It's one reason why I don't make a lot of videos for YouTube. I mean, I got 1,000 things that I can do and upload y'all content. But to me, the things that I do, you know, here around the farm or the RV park or at our other house or our business dealings are just the daily humdrum, boring part of my life. And I'm not really all that social of a person. I told many of y'all long ago in some of my first videos, and I know people hardly ever go back and watch those old videos, but you know, I had a calling from within to come on YouTube and share some knowledge and opinions and whatever it was. And over the past few years, I've done that, and you know, I never expected 5,000 people would come along for the ride, and you know, I'm sure my channel is throttled back quite a bit by what I say, because I can be pretty opinionated sometimes. And today's video will be no different. I'm probably gonna go off of the rail. There's no may about it. But just, you know, the whole YouTube thing in general is, I don't know, become boring in the last few months. And again, I'm not a big social media guy. YouTube is pretty much the only social media account that I've had or ever have. And since, you know, pretty much giving up on computers 10 or 15 years ago when I retired, I don't keep up with the computer technology and stuff. I don't need it out here per se. Just picking up the camera and trying to make y'all a few videos and show you some things over the years. Maybe that calling has, you know, subsided or gone away, or maybe I've lost confidence in people. I know there's a few of you, you know, on the channel and probably around on YouTube that get it and understand. But when I talk, I'm talking about the masses of people, the millions and millions and millions of Americans and billions of people around the rest of the world. It has literally just gone mad. It's become the new normal. The world that we all knew, probably many people from 40 and up, the world that we grew up in is gone and never to return. And everything new coming in is, I don't know, maybe just a cycle of life. The same system that's been in effect for, here 100, 150 years, longer than any of us have been alive. That same system just keeps rolling forward. Many of us would know it as Agenda 2030, but they are planning long past 2030. This has got the world crazy. And I can just use YouTube as an example. I mean, everyday life is crazy enough, but you get on YouTube and you get to see it all. They are all so full of shit. What the world watches and wants. The information, the propaganda that they're fed and they believe. Everything from the politics to the wars, to your health, to your well-being, to your freedom. It is all very much an illusion. All of it. YouTube separates us into so many categories. And the way the algorithm works and the bubble that most people live in, they don't venture far outside of probably what the algorithm is feeding them. I get a kick every now and then and just go down the YouTube hole just to see, and it's insane. I've always hoped that a lot of people out there used YouTube as, an educational platform. That's the thing, is people have just gotten away from the basics and morality, and they live in this dreamland of make-believe and movies, and it is crazy. I mean, YouTube throws me into a prepping category, which I don't necessarily say it's a category I belong to just because of the things that I do out here on the farm. Maybe some of the beliefs that I hold, but prepping channels aren't even prepping channels on YouTube anymore. I mean, they do everything but prep. Homesteading channels are all the same. Nobody's actually homesteading. It's all hobbyist crap. Same thing I told y'all. How many times can I show you my chickens and my goats and my garden and the woods around my house and chopping wood and, being a homestead? The latest, I wouldn't say the latest kick, but, a lot of the homesteaders turned into preppers and reporting all the doom and gloom, and it's all crap, man. I put out a video a couple of years ago to all the prepping, homesteading, survival type channels, the groups that you get thrown into for just being more self-reliant, off-grid lifestyle kind of thing. We got put into those categories. Make yourself a chicken sandwich at home. Grow your corn, grow your wheat, hatch your chickens and grow them. Bake your bread, grow your veggies, slaughter that chicken, Make yourself a chicken sandwich out on your homestead. Isn't that what homesteading is about, is being more self-reliant? You see all of these jackasses on YouTube, off-grid, homestead this, blah, 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 that. All fake. It's just like the movies, guys. It's all an act. Oh, let me build an off-grid cabin. I need to go to Home Depot and buy all my plywood, my 2x4s, and my screw gun, and my windows and my door. And let me go out here behind the woods in my house and build an off-grid cabin and pretend that I'm going to live in it. Or I'm living off-grid in my van and pretend I'm living in my car, and go check in the hotel every night because 100,000 dumbasses on YouTube tuned in and I made a couple of $1,000 for my 10-minute video. It's all fake, guys. Total crap. The big doom and gloom channels. Oh, we got 24 hours left, 36 hours, 48 hours, end of the world, danger, danger. Hundreds of thousands tune in. For what? You got people that used to work on Fox News, CNN, whoever, the mainstream media, that nobody ever trusted to begin with. These people quit working at Fox News, started a YouTube channel, and they got millions of subscribers. Well, miraculously overnight, they just, are going to start telling the truth now that you can listen to them. They've had this system in place, guys, for over 100 years. And y'all believe that somebody is going to come in and change this system? You don't understand how the system was set up and how the system works. If you did, then changing that system is going to uproot everything. And everything tied to that system, which is only going to make it harder on you. Me and you. Just like Trump. Maybe this is where it goes off the rails for some of y'all. Sorry, guys, it is just how I see it. Right, left, Trump, Biden, finger point, blame it on them. We did it, they did it. All the same system. Trump and Elon are saving billions and billions of dollars. They're finding all this corruption. Billions and billions of dollars. Hundreds of billions of dollars are drops in the bucket compared to the damage that's been done. Who's going to jail for all that? Who has been put in jail for all that? Matter of fact, screw jail. Who's been put to death for all of that? Well, Mr. Comey, Christopher Wray, all those guys that were against Trump 4 years ago and did all that illegal and corruption and this and that. Where are they at today? Where are all the people that stole the hundreds of billions of dollars from U.S. aid? And where are all the people that are scamming Social Security? And where are all the people that scammed Haiti? And where are all the people that are scamming the military-industrial complex? And where are all the people from the Pentagon? And where are all these people that have stolen and taken and corruption and Trump's little State of the Union address or whatever you want to call it the other day? You see exactly how the country is divided 50-50 right down the middle. Half stood up and applauded and smiled and yeah, rah, rah, rah. And the other half sit over there with their thumb up their butt like they didn't know what was going on. These are the people that are in control of this country. Making decisions and doing things. Moving Agenda 2030 forward. What was the first thing that Trump came in and did? 500 billion on artificial intelligence, AI governance. AI is going to run a big part of our lives, guys. It already does. Y'all don't even realize it, and it already does. You want to sit around and talk about central bank digital currency and this and that, not even realize that it's already happening. Few people carry cash around anymore. Again, the masses here, people, the masses. Few people carry cash. All of your kids got a debit card, a credit card. They're all on Apple Pay or Zelle or Cash App. It's already a digital world. It's not a matter of implementing it. It's already done. War here, war there, tariff here, tariff there, trade war this, trade war that. Oh, well, Trump's going to do away with the IRS. We're going to abolish the IRS. No more taxes. No tax this, no tax that. We're going to cut taxes on tips and overtime and Social Security. In his little speech the other day, not one word about abolishing the IRS. They're going to help you with your taxes on the tips, the overtime, and the Social Security. What happened to abolishing all of that crap? Oh, well, we're going to stop the war in 24 hours if I'm elected, blah, 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 blah. War still rages today. Matter of fact, I think it's probably getting a little worse. Just like I said it was going to. Well, Zelensky was over last week and they discussed the mineral deal and blah, blah, blah. All lies and bullshit to make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. Zelensky stopped in the UK and made a mineral deal with the king before he ever came here. All right? The mineral deal with the UK and the king. Then he comes over here sucking up to Trump's ass because they got in a spit spat. He had to go home. Trying to make a deal on $350 billion of your money. $500 billion worth of rare earth minerals. Stop the war. Days and days and days goes on. People die, blah, blah, blah. 350 billion this, 500 billion that. People don't even realize the big deal going on underneath the table is the deal that Trump is making with Putin for $7 trillion worth of rare earth minerals. That's right, Trump. Russia over there, they're willing to sell the rest of the world their minerals and the gas. I mean, Europe and UK over there right now is talking about an open war with Russia. And on the next page over on the thing, Russia is the one that's supplying most of the energy to Europe. I mean, they want to go to war with them on page 2 and work out a mineral deal, gas deal on page 3. The world is insane, guys, and nothing has changed since, since I got on here and started talking to y'all. I don't know what's right, what's wrong. I'm surviving day to day just like the rest of y'all. Not knowing it's all propaganda. The government lies. Oh, well, we're gonna release the JFK files and the Epstein list and, the 9/11 thing. People have been waiting 60, 70 years for the JFK deal. We all know already the government had a hand in it. What more do you need to know? You're going to release the Epstein files, the flight logs, the information. What good is that going to do? We all know they're all on the list anyway. Everybody from Billy Gates to the Clintons to Trump. That's right, he's on it too. They're all on it. Who's on the P. Diddy files? All of them. Hollywood, the music industry, they're all on it. Okay, the whole system. So what good is releasing those files going to do? The government's corrupt. Now what? Nobody going to do nothing about it. They released all those files today. Nobody is going to do anything about it. Well, it's all going to be redacted for national security. So what I do is I sit back and I just watch people. And you know, the people that have the hope and all of that, it's a lost cause, guys. That's been my whole point from the very beginning. You better become self-reliant. It's not about survival or being off grid or having a homestead or it's all of those things combined. And people have gotten away from it. I mean, you know, you tune into prepping channels now and it's all about their doggy or their travels or the powwow they're gonna have and come together, or some old guy showing you a bunch of shit out there he ain't never gonna use. None of them self-reliant. They've got food stacked up to the ceiling in there, which is gonna kill them. Being able to produce your own food and grow your own food is part of prepping. You can't live out of a freaking box. You're an idiot if you think you can. It may get you by for a couple of months, but ultimately it's killing you. The whole thing with becoming a homesteader and being self-reliant is so that you don't have to go to the store and buy crap to eat. You can raise it yourself. What YouTubers don't want to tell you is you're not going to make any money out here on your farm. All right? What you make is good, healthy food for you to eat. And if you have extra left over, you can sell that and hopefully pay for some of the expenses on your farm. But most of what you see on YouTube is just hobby, play. Let me play like I'm a homesteader. Let me play like I'm a survivalist. Let me put on an act here and show you that I'm off grid. Let me go to Home Depot and buy all my stuff and run out here in the woods behind my house and build an off-grid cabin that I ain't gonna no more live in than a man in the freaking moon. But it's good for 2 million views on YouTube. Build an off-grid cabin. Go to Home Depot and buy your plywood and your 2x4s and your screw gun and your window and your door. Stupid. The masses just don't see it, people. That's the saddest thing. The masses just don't see it. No matter how hard you get on YouTube and you preach and you try and tell the truth and you're shadow banned and you cuss the police and you try and wake people up to the authority and the tyranny, and you talk bad about gun tubers and, you know, the picture is much bigger, folks. And none of this out here for me has changed. It's still the same. Produce your own food, be self-reliant. The less people you have to depend on, the better. Because we all know how the world is. You can't depend on nobody for shit. Nobody does an exceptional job anymore. Nobody wants to make sure that your best interest as the customers are considered. It's all just about money and power, guys. Nothing has changed with Trump getting in there. You know, some of y'all are waking up to that. I see the comments out there on some of the YouTubes. All the secondhand news readings from everybody. All propaganda. You're only going to get to see what they want you to see. And what we see here in the U.S. is not what's going on around the rest of the world. The death and destruction, the doom and the gloom. You know, you get on YouTube and you sit here and you talk about just the current events of what's going on, and you're the doom and gloomer. Don't say this word, don't say that word, don't pick a side here. Maybe that's why YouTube has become boring lately, because it's just an entertainment. Like people ain't got nothing else better to do. Instead of advancing yourself forward and doing something and trying to change the world, they're just happy with, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. But I'm going to be famous on Instagram or YouTube and make millions like all of these other guys on YouTube. They're just making tons of money. Everyone making money on YouTube is bought and paid for, just like the big social media people that got invited to the White House, that got released some of the, I don't even know what they were, JFK files or some of the lists, Epstein list, you know, all bullshit information that we got before, but millions and millions tuned in to see. All those people got paid to say what the government wanted them to say and get on the underside and make the American people feel warm and fuzzy. Oh, we're going to abolish the IRS. We found all this corruption. Here's y'all a $5,000 check. The $5,000 check going to make you feel warm and fuzzy for the last 150 years of oppression and tyranny that we served down your throat. Take your $5,000 check and you be happy. Make everybody warm and fuzzy. It's a much bigger picture out there, guys, that people just don't see. I know I've been going on now for 25 minutes. A few of you are going to hang around that long to watch the video in entirety. But I just don't know what to do on YouTube anymore, guys. I mean, like I said, the humdrum of farm life around here every day, it's, you know, boring, and I don't care to upload videos on it. I've already showed y'all how to build $1 million business, sell another $1 million business, buy property, sell property, build a homestead, can food, shown guns on here, a little bit of everything. For those of y'all that hung around, what would y'all like to see? I mean, I hate to be the doom and gloomer and get on here every day and tell y'all what's going on, so you got to see it for yourself, which again, I just don't think the masses do. They just go along to get along, and that's the new normal. Go along to get along. So, if y'all made it this far, leave me a comment down below. What more would y'all like to see? I mean, new adventure, new business, new animals. Y'all tell me. Thanks for watching, guys. Y'all stay safe out there. Seek the truth. Thanks for watching.